Hello, my friends. Welcome to the Wicked Bitter channel. I'm Travis. Thank you for checking out this video. If you're somebody who is new to this channel and you love WWE, you love pro wrestling, do yourself and do me a favor. Hit subscribe on this channel, like this video, because this right here is a perfect match. We do WWE videos here. We do Raw, SmackDown reviews. We do prediction videos before PLEs. We do email videos where you send in your emails with your thoughts, your ideas, your opinions, the things you have issues with, whatever you want to do. You send them in, and I make videos, and I post them reading your stuff here on these videos on this channel. So we're heading into a new year, and this goes for everybody, okay? I finished up what I had to do with my course. Those of you who have been following this channel for a while know that I've been doing a course. It is finally done. I'm still waiting results on how I did, if I've passed the whole thing, all that kind of stuff. Regardless, it's over whether I pass or fail. I'm pretty sure I passed, but it's over now. So there's plans for this channel. We are going to be doing live streaming. We're going to be doing different types of videos on this channel. We're going to open it up and make it more interactive. I have ideas. I have plans. So if you're on board already, I appreciate it. Please stay. You know, we're gonna do a whole bunch of more things here on this channel. And if you're new, I would give it a shot if I were you. I really would. All right, my friends, it is Monday Night Raw stuff here tonight. I have some notes. There were a couple of good promos. Overall, I'm not going to go step by step by like whatever happening in every single match, you know, breaking it down move by move. I'm just going to generally talk about the show as a whole. I do want to mention, though, right off the top, of course, next week is the holiday week. I have family coming in to visit. So it might be a little tough for me to do like a Raw review next week or a SmackDown review. So I don't know if I'll be doing one. I'm going to try. And the reason why it might be difficult is because somebody will be staying in this room that I'm in right now. So all my equipment's in here. It's going to be hard for me to maneuver and find a way to do it. But if I can do it, I'm going to do it. Trust me. But in the meantime, if you would like to send in some emails, I would love to do 1 or 2 email videos so that you all have something you can see next week. You know, if I'm not able to cover Raw and SmackDown for next week. So there's that. wickedbittermedia@gmail.com. If you've never emailed in before, send one in. It'd be kind of cool. Let me know it's your first time emailing too. We'll read it on the video. We'll get it out here, and you can see what I respond with to your email. So, all right, let's get into Monday Night Raw. I have some notes, especially for the first segment, because I wanted to make sure I hit down some points. CM Punk shows up. He starts off the show. He says he's in a little bit of a bad mood. He said that a couple of weeks ago that he doesn't ever think about Seth Rollins. But since then, every now and then, Seth Rollins has popped up in his head, and he's mad because Seth Rollins was right, is what he said. He said it's only a matter of time before he and Seth Rollins lock up in the middle of the ring. He ends up, you know, he keeps calling him out, you know, come on out. And then he tries to insult him a little bit. He tries to get the crowd to chant CM Punk's name because Punk knows that that'll infuriate Seth Rollins. So he's trying to draw him out here. Seth Rollins finally comes out, but it's not until CM Punk says that Seth Rollins is CM Punk's failure. So I thought that was a pretty cool line there. Seth Rollins comes out, and you know, Rollins starts chanting for CM Punk. Like he's in the crowd. He doesn't come out through the stage. Rollins is coming down through the crowd. He's chanting CM Punk. He's getting the crowd to get involved with it and everything like that. And I hope you all noticed something. I noticed it. Seth Rollins wearing a necklace, a chain, a bad guy chain. What good guys ever wear a chain like that? Seth Rollins is wearing a bad guy chain. I'm telling you, small things like that matter. Small things like that. There's reasons why it happens. You know, when does Seth ever come out with a chain? I'm telling you, a change is coming. Seth Rollins is that slow, that heel turn is coming, and I really hope it happens, and I can't wait for it. And if the rumors of him joining a faction with Drew and maybe even Kevin Owens is true, I think that's going to be amazing in WWE. I can't wait for that. Let's see what else happens here. You know, Rollins is in the crowd. He says he's trying to look at Punk from the crowd's perspective. It's all about perspective. He's up there and he tries to see Seth Rollins from that point of view, or Seth Rollins is trying to see CM Punk from that point of view, and he's squinting, looking down at the ring, and he says, nah, you know what? Still from up here, you still look like an a-hole. And the crowd goes nuts for that. Punk retaliates and says, hey, you know what? For once, you're right where you should be. Punk says that Seth Rollins, you're in the crowd with everybody, all the other CM Punk fans, and there you are as well. And so I thought that was a pretty good line too. Rollins says he's got more main events than CM Punk. He starts walking down the steps, getting closer to the ring. Punk meets him in the crowd. These two start to brawl. I thought this was awesome. They get pulled apart here. They end up meeting back in the ring and brawling there. They get pulled apart there. And now they're outside of the ring. Everybody's trying to walk away. Punk's trying to leave through the crowd. Rollins ends up going through the other side of the crowd. These two meet in the middle again, and they're fighting inside of the crowd now. I thought this was awesome. And yeah, these two are going to have to brawl at some point. These two are going to have to fight at some point. You know, this was the WrestleMania plan last year. So, very cool. I like it. It was a good opening segment. If I butchered it, I apologize. I kind of just summarize it. It'd be hard for me to break down line by line what happens. So, hot start to Monday Night Raw. It was a very good segment. I wasn't going to cover this, but I think I should. Things are getting a little more intense with the Judgment Day backstage. Finn Balor, Liv Morgan, Raquel, and Dom. It's like Raquel, Dom, and Liv are together. And I feel like when they all separate, those three are just going to stay together and everyone else is just going to disintegrate because Liv and Raquel are being very like sarcastic with Punk. They keep saying when we listen to Finn, we win, that kind of thing. Liv keeps telling Finn he's got everything all under control. Finn doesn't like this. They end up leaving. Finn looks very angry. They're getting very snarky with one another. So I wasn't going to cover it, but this is something we're going to have to pay attention to because I think, finally, the Judgment Day the Judgment Day's days are numbered. Another cool moment here. Drew McIntyre comes up to Seth Rollins backstage. I like this. This was great. Drew McIntyre brings up to Seth Rollins that a couple of years ago that when Drew was couldn't get over the bloodline and he was trying to fight them and whatever, Seth Rollins came up to him and Seth said to just get over it. Get over the bloodline. Just forget about them or whatever. And now Drew is saying, how does it feel now to be on this side of it? Now you can't get over CM Punk kind of thing. And then Drew McIntyre brings up the bloodline. He says that, we can get back at all this. We can make it right if we just take out Sammy, if we take out Jay, if we take out Roman. Seth, his argument back was that he is actually friends with Sammy, he's friends with Jay. He and Drew are not on the same page. They're not cool because they have a couple of common enemies here and there. And, they kind of tease that, which I think they're going to go back on, and I think Seth is going to join Drew McIntyre in fighting Jay and fighting Sammy and feuding with Punk, feuding maybe even with Roman, feuding with Cody. I think this is going to happen. I think this faction, this feud, whatever you want to call it, this partnership, it's a slow way into it, and I think it's going to happen. I have to cover it. Braun Breaker versus Kaiser. Look, I love these two guys, and we all know that we glaze and praise Braun Breaker here at Wicked Bitter. That's just the rules. I don't make them up. We just follow them. Everybody here at this channel abides by it. We all follow it. Glaze and praise Braun Breaker. That dude is a beast, but I'm telling you what, man, Kaiser is equally as great. Like these two guys right here, they're in the Intercontinental Championship picture, but they could easily be main eventers, and I think they will be at some point. These guys right here, this is the future of the company, man. The great match. Braun Breaker wins. He retains his Intercontinental Championship, and man, entertaining as always, these two. We get a little moment here where the New Day are trying to go into the locker room backstage, but Ray comes out of the locker room, pretty much guards the door, and tells them that it's probably best if they find another room to dress in. New Day's baffled by this. They can't believe this. They say, wow, first the audience treat us this way, and now everybody in the locker room wants nothing to do with us. Ray says it's everybody in the locker room feels the same way. They don't want the New Day in there, so New Day leave. They go try to find somewhere else. And this is interesting to see where this goes. I hope they treat this well. I hope they take care of the New Day turning heel, because otherwise there would be no point in turning them heel if they weren't going to do something great with these two. So let me see what these guys can do as heels. Give them something important, something meaningful. I hope it's not something like muddling around in the lower mid card. Just give them something good. Make something out of this heel turn, please. We get Adam Pearce announcing to Kathy Kelly a huge announcement that on January 6th, Monday Night Raw, first night on Netflix, CM Punk will face Seth Rollins. Now, I feel like plans may have changed because I thought that we were going to run it back and try to get CM Punk to finally face Seth Rollins at WrestleMania. But with this match happening on a Raw, it makes me feel like things have changed. It makes me feel like the direction has changed. It makes me feel like CM Punk will actually go against a champion, a WWE or World Heavyweight Champion that is not Seth Rollins at WrestleMania. That favor, I don't know if I've talked about it yet. I don't think I have. But I think what's going to happen is Punk's going to be in the Rumble. He's not going to win it. He's going to be close, but he's not going to win. He's going to be in the Chamber. He's going to be close, but not win it. I think Punk's going to call in a favor when Roman Reigns is supposed to go one-on-one with either Cody, The Rock, whoever has the WWE Championship. I think CM Punk is going to ask for the favor to be inserted in that match either as a triple threat or in place of Roman Reigns. And Paul's going to have no say. He can't really go back on it. He owes Punk a favor, and I feel like that's what the favor is going to be. And so by doing that, we're not going to get Seth versus Punk at Mania like I think a lot of people thought we were going to get, myself included. We're going to get it on Monday Night Raw, first night on Netflix. Now, that better be the main event because that is a huge, like WrestleMania type of main event match that's going to happen on a Monday Night Raw. That show is going to have crazy ratings. I could see it already. We get Liv Morgan, Raquel, and Dom out here to cut a promo, and I wasn't going to cover this at first, but I have to because of what happened after this. As they're cutting their promo, Rhea Ripley shows up. Who would have guessed that was going to happen? Ripley comes out, talks to Liv. She says that this has gone on long enough, and I thank you. Finally, can we end this, please? I know a lot of you, because we've talked about it already, I know a lot of you are over this feud. I am too. I love Liv. I love Rhea. I'm tired of this feud. I want something different, and hopefully that's what we're about to get. Rhea Ripley tells Liv that she is now the number one contender for the Women's Championship. That is not a shocker to anybody. I think that this match might actually happen on the January 6th Netflix episode as well. And if that happens, I worry that Rhea Ripley's going to win this thing. Even though I love her, I don't really want to see her hold the title because then she's going to go on another lengthy run and no one's ever going to beat her and she's just going to be OP the whole way. And it's just, I need something more interesting than that. You know, it was fun that one time. Let's do something different. But yeah, she says that she is the number one contender and said the only thing you're going to have left, and this part killed me. She said the only thing you're going to have left is that chicken tender slut. She was talking about Dom, and that face that Dom made was perfection. The camera caught it. It was the funniest thing. I was dying. I was actually cackling in bed. I thought that was funny. Yeah, cool. Let's get an end to this, though. Let's let Liv win and move on, or let Rhea win and move on. Let's just do something different, please. Crazy about what I just saw. Triple threat match, Kaden Carter, Zoe Stark, and Raquel Rodriguez after that promo they cut. I thought that Raquel was going to win this thing, but no. Zoe Stark wins this triple threat Intercontinental Championship tournament match. She beats Raquel, she beats Kaden Carter, and Zoe Stark's moving on. I guess it kind of makes sense because technically, honestly, Zoe Stark's in-ring skills are okay. They're pretty good. So maybe that's why they went with her. The IC title is always looked at as a workhorse title, a really good technician title, and she's got she's in this tournament for it. So I could see why she moves ahead. Plus, she could be used as to take a pin afterwards. So that's just what it is. I wanted to mention too that little vignette we saw. I don't know if you guys have any ideas of who this might be, but it was like a zero with like a strike, a score going through it, a line going through the zero. I don't know who this could be. I haven't thought about it long enough yet. If it's something obvious to you, please let me know. Leave it in the comments. But I'm open to hear any ideas here. Maybe it's a return of somebody or a brand new debut or a new signing. Interested in that, though. I want to see where they keep going with that. We do see Kairi Sane attacked backstage by the PFC. This makes me wonder if she will be taken out of that tournament for the Intercontinental Championship, or if she's just going to fight through an injury, and then that'll be the way she loses because of the injury. Interesting to see what happens there. And then we get our main event. The War Raiders defeat Finn Balor and JD McDonough and become the brand new tag team champions. Congrats to them. But it wasn't without any help. Damian Priest showed up. He stopped Balor from grabbing a chair and using it in the match, so Priest cost Balor this match. And as much as I don't want to see Balor versus Priest, I am happy the War Raiders won this thing, and now they can defend their titles against other tag teams more often and more frequently than Finn Balor and JD McDonough had. Because I think Joe Tessitore said it was like 170 days, and they only had like 3 title defenses or something. That's wild. So hopefully the War Raiders can do more than that, and hopefully this is the first step of the Judgment Day actually breaking up and Finn going on and do something else. I hope Finn can make it into the main event picture. It's been long overdue for that, and I think he's going to have to feud with Priest first, and I'm not looking forward to it, but I think that's what we got coming. My goodness, that was a lot of talking. I'm sorry. That was Monday Night Raw, my friends. Like I mentioned, next week it might be tough for me to do the Raw review, the SmackDown review, but I would like to do some email videos. So if you have emails, please send them in. I would love to do 1, 2, maybe even 3 videos of them. I think that would be amazing if you want to send those emails in. wickedbittermedia@gmail.com. We can talk about the current state of Raw or SmackDown, ideas you have, predictions for the Netflix Raw, anything you want. Send them in. I'll read them in the video. I'll post them. We can talk about them. But yeah, until we meet again, my friends, have a good rest of your week. We will see you on the next video, which will probably be either an email video or the SmackDown review video, one of those two. Unless something crazy happens, I'll cover it. Until then, my friends, as always, stay bitter.